When a severe winter storm hits Kootenai County, the accumulation is immediate. Wet snow pounds the area, testing the structural limits of the entire home. This checklist shows the specific gauntlet your roof runs in post-falls. Every year brings freeze-thaw expansion, high wind exposure, and intense summer heat. This year-round rotation of elements compounds the stress, steadily breaking down materials over time. Look at this aerial view of a local neighborhood. The sheer volume and weight of that snow sits directly on top of your living room. These extreme local conditions require the roof to operate as a fully integrated weather defense system. The shingles must work in tandem with the decking, flashing, underlayment, and gutters to keep the structure dry. Surviving this environment means you have to diagnose the health of that entire system. Reacting only to surface damage is a quick way to lose a lot of money. For most of us, the problem starts with a sudden discovery, a brown stain on the ceiling after a spring thaw, or a blown-off shingle sitting in the front yard after a windstorm. That puts you immediately on the clock, facing a high-stakes financial choice. Do you pay for a quick, localized patch to stop the bleeding, or do you invest in replacing the entire weather defense system? Treating a systemic material failure with a targeted patch is a trap. If the asphalt is brittle and failing everywhere, spending money to fix one spot guarantees you will be paying to fix a new leak elsewhere by next season. But the opposite is also true. You can waste thousands of dollars prematurely tearing off a structurally sound roof when all you actually needed was a minor drainage or ventilation fix. Correctly identifying the actual root cause of the moisture is the only way to ensure you aren't throwing your budget at the wrong solution. Let's break down the first major option: executing a targeted repair for isolated damage. Strictly speaking, isolated damage means the issue is limited to one clear source. That usually looks like a single cracked pipe boot or a localized leak in one specific roof valley. This decision tree outlines the expected financial input. Targeted fixes generally fall between $400 and $2,000. This strategy restores waterproofing rapidly, but is strictly viable only on newer roofs where the underlying decking is solid. Here is the major trade-off. If your surrounding shingles are already brittle and shedding heavy granules into your gutters, a patch will hold the one leak, but the weak surrounding materials will inevitably fail somewhere else. Localized repairs are cost-effective solutions for healthy systems. They simply cannot reverse the aging process of failing materials. When winter hits, we see a completely different, slow-moving danger. Heavy ice buildup literally tearing apart gutters at the roof edge. This cross-section shows the true culprit behind massive winter leaks: undesirable heat leaking from your living space into the attic. That trapped warm air heats the roof deck from underneath, melting the bottom layer of snow sitting on your shingles. That meltwater flows down the slope until it hits the unheated eaves where it refreezes.
This creates a massive ice dam that forces water backward, up under the shingles, and straight into your home. Preventing this requires invasive attic insulation and ventilation upgrades. Replacing the shingles on top will not solve a problem caused by the air underneath. We see the extreme potential of unchecked winter moisture and freezing conditions throughout the region. The stakes for proper airflow are high. If your leaks only happen during winter thaws, your roof surface might be perfectly fine. Your system's ventilation is what's actually failing. Eventually, every roof system moves beyond patching and requires a full tear-off and replacement. The indicators are hard to ignore: recurring leaks across multiple rooms, widespread soft decking underfoot, and deeply brittle, cracking materials. When replacing a post-falls roof, this matrix compares your two primary material investments: architectural asphalt and premium metal. Asphalt requires less upfront capital, generally between $8,000 and $18,000. It provides traditional curb appeal and ensures future repairs are straightforward. Metal demands higher upfront capital, usually from $18,000 to $45,000. In exchange, it delivers long-term durability and superior snow shedding capabilities. But metal comes with a specific operational trade-off. Because it sheds snow so fast, you have to strictly plan for snow slide zones, which means installing protective snow guards over your driveways and entryways. A full replacement requires massive financial input, but when materials fail, it is the only way to reset the lifespan of your home's weather defense system. To figure out your exact next step, look at this diagnostic framework. It maps your specific symptoms directly to the correct roofing strategy. First is the mender. If your roof is mid-life with solid decking and you just took some isolated wind damage, execute a localized repair. Next is the upgrader. If your older roof has widespread leaks, invest in a full asphalt replacement. Then there's the legacy planner. If you prioritize heavy snow shedding for your forever home, upgrading to a premium metal system makes sense. Finally, the system optimizer. Flawless shingles but massive winter ice dams? Redirect your budget entirely to ventilation. Honestly, identifying which profile you fit is the only way to achieve a permanent fix, rather than getting stuck in an endless cycle of frustration. Never blindly choose repair or replacement without getting a professional to inspect the hidden layers first, starting with the decking, checking the ventilation, and the flashing details. For North Idaho homeowners, the definitive local experts to call are SkyRight Roofing and Gutters. They are headquartered right here at 510 Clearwater Loop in Post Falls, ready to provide in-person support. Contact SkyRight to schedule a thorough diagnostic inspection. They will give you an honest repair versus replacement estimate based purely on your specific scenario. Building a proactive, localized roofing plan before the next storm hits is the ultimate defense for your home and your wallet.